Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ayushi Jain, Event Manager at Vidhi Sanskaar, and I'm pleasure to welcome you all to today's session on how to excel in criminal litigation. We are truly honored to have with us Advocate Anuj Dwivedi, sir, a distinguished Supreme Court lawyer and a member of several prestigious legal institutions. His experience and insight into this field of criminal litigation are sure to benefit all of us, especially the aspiring legal professional here. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you make the most of this learning opportunity. Let's now begin the session and hear from our esteemed speaker. Over to you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir,
Audible,
you are.
sir. Audible, sir.
Okay,
Good
thank you.
afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible, audible.
Okay, so in the start, can I get to know are you a law student or an advocate, first generation, second generation? Is there any second generation advocate here?
First generation law student, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Second
so you all are first year or second year, मतलब कौन से जने ये बताइए कि which language you prefer, mostly Hindi or English?
English. First
English,
year,
sir. Yes, sir.
English. First year
English.
student.
Okay, English. Okay, I will use both, little bit Hindi and mostly English. Okay, it will suffice the purpose, I guess. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm Anuj Dwivedi. I here to tell you something about. I will tell you only what you know. कुछ नया नहीं बताने वाला हूँ मैं आज. I will tell you what you know about criminal litigation. So let's start. I think we can start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the criminal litigation is a field that captivates many young students and aspiring lawyers. As you embark on your legal career, you may feel uncertain about your future. Whether you will have your own practice or attract clients और gain recognition in court, सबके दिमाग में ये डाउट रहता है कि ये सब हमको मिल भी पाएगा या नहीं मिल पाएगा. Because the criminal litigation is very dicey comparative to civil litigation. So these apprehensions are very natural. But one critical decision that stands out, choosing your field of law, is very critical. Starting, can we mute the notification of joining the people? Because it distracts my focus.
Sure, sir, we'll do it.
Yeah, please do it. Then I will start.
You can start now, sir.
Okay, thank you, Anuj. Thank you. So, choosing the field of law of practice is very critical. Starting में जब हम law students होते हैं, then this is a very first thing in our mind, like which field we should go. And everyone is fascinated by criminal lawyer. तो सूट्स देखा है सब लोगों ने, the white collar crimes, तो सबको लगता है criminal law is a thing that we can do. जब वो मैदान में आते हैं, then लगता है कि criminal law is a kind of very difficult thing because the success rate in criminal litigation is about 3 to 4% only. So in the very recent years, criminal litigation has seen a surge in interest, particularly over the last 15 years. Despite fewer practitioners historically opting for this area compared to civil law. Starting में सब criminal law आते हैं, बाद में shift होते जाते हैं, कोई arbitration जा रहा है, कोई civil law जा रहा है, कोई medical की तरफ जा रहा है. So this lecture aims to provide a comprehensive overview of criminal litigation, its distinction from civil litigation, the roles within the criminal justice system, and the skills and professional standards required by succeed. So by the end, you will have a clearer understanding of whether criminal litigation is the right path for you and how to prepare for it. Can you, one of you, explain like what is criminal litigation and why to practice criminal litigation? Anyone want to contribute? Because I want to make this section interactive. Can anyone please tell me the difference between criminal litigation and civil litigation?
So in criminal litigation, government brings through prosecutors. The suit is brought by government.
Okay, good, Binakshi. Anyone?
Firstly, the difference between civil and crime, it's based on the procedural matter and substantive law. Because in
Pardon,
criminal law,
pardon,
procedural law and
Srivastava,
substantive law,
your audible is not properly. Can you please be
can
clear?
you hear my audible?
Yeah, please.
In criminal side, there are two members like state and prosecutors and defendant. So it based on the offense which the offender makes an offense like rape, murder, etc. In civil, like we can see the negligence, accidents. It is based on unexpectable or a trespass like that.
So, according to your definition, white collar crimes comes in civil. Like
No,
as
it's intentional only, right, sir? Because they are committing a crime. Like we can say the
because
Ashat Mehta
because in the
scam,
white collar crime there is no crime, there is no murder, there is no rape, there is nothing any grave.
but they are making something forgery, cheating. It's also
Yes.
included, sir. It's
Thank you.
in
Thank you, Seva sir.
we can get the Ashat Mehta scam.
Okay. Veena Jain, what do you want to say, please? Veena, Laipa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I think that civil litigation deals with disputes like compensation and all, and criminal litigation like offenses against the state, like punishing the offenders and all.
कंपेंसेशन क्रिमिनल में भी होता है.
Fine.
आशिया रहमान.
So, like others said, civil disputes are generally between two parties specifically, as in two persons specifically. But when we talk about crimes, we always talk about it in general as against the whole society. That is why the prosecution represents the state. It is not just the victim alone, right? So that I think is a major difference.
Okay. Great. Harpreet, civil
The
is when
criminal
it's
deals
between two
with the
parties.
rigorous punishment, and civil we
Who's-
deal with the compensation and things like that.
Poonam, can you please repeat? Can you please repeat? Poonam, can you please repeat?
That in criminal cases, there is rigorous imprisonment provision is there. Also, it deals with the crimes like murder, where bodily injuries, the physical injuries, basically the visible one to the body, or a person is harmed physically. Criminal
But in
that
white collar
crimes is
crimes,
counted as.
but white collar crimes there
I'm
is
so
no
sorry,
bodily
sir.
injury.
I'm
White
sorry,
collar
I
crimes
can't
like
contribute
PMLA.
more to this.
Thank you for your insights,
No
Poonam.
idea.
Thank you all of you. So the criminal Aditi Mohari, criminal punishment is there and in civil compensation damage. Okay, great. Thank you so much for all your insights. So the criminal litigation is a very dynamic and a challenging field that differs significantly from civil litigation. When civil law often revolves around disputes between individuals, partners, neighbors, shareholders, criminal law engages with the broader criminal justice system. I will give you the key components of the criminal justice system. First, the police. Police is the first component. So the criminal lawyers interact with law enforcement agencies to deal with the as prosecutors presenting cases on behalf of on their rights and strategies. Secondly, the prosecution. This is a second component, which the lawyers must engage with or act as prosecutors, presenting cases on behalf of the state or investigating agencies. Third is judiciary. The courtroom is where criminal lawyers argue cases, seeking bail, acquittals, or conviction. And the fourth is the prison authorities. Criminal lawyers often liaise with the jail authorities regarding client detention, bail conditions, or case preparation. So now I will tell you the difference between the civil litigation and the criminal litigation. So in civil litigation, there is a dispute between shareholders, partners, neighbors. So like if we take example of civil litigation, इसमें क्या होता है, when a client came to you, he will tell you the complete their problem of any type of problem like property issue, share partnership issue, any issue. You make a draft, present, file in a court, take the present in the court, do the argument, take the order, then give it in to the client, whatever order you get from the court. But unlike the criminal litigation is kind of very hectic. it's about like if you do in criminal litigation, then you don't have a time to do other type of litigation, because in the criminal litigation you have to deal with the jail authorities, police, judiciary, and there's also a pre-trial inquiry, filing FIR. There's a very long, and there's very huge, very broad area. So unlike civil lawyers whose primary focus is court proceedings, please mark this, civil lawyers are busy mainly in the court proceedings, like filing plaints, arguing cases, and delivering orders from court to the client. Criminal lawyers are involved at every stage, from the filing of the FIR, first information report, to the investigation, then pre-trial inquiries, then trials, then appeals. This makes criminal litigation a niche and complex field, often requiring exclusive dedication to master its nuances. So I think hope you everyone got to know the difference between the civil and criminal. Any doubt, anyone? Yes, Aditi, please. Aditi Mohari. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, in case
So there
of
are categories of some.
sir,
Yeah,
in case of
please.
civil litigation also, in very rare cases, police security is taken, right? Like section 151.
Police what? What is it said?
Police security or police safety is taken in section 151 in CPC.
I'm not talking about police safety. I'm talking about in civil cases, you don't need to deal with the police mainly, because you have work as a lawyer to deal in the court only.
Okay.
Unlike criminal lawyers. I'm not talking about safety and protection. It's a different thing.
Okay, sure, sir.
Okay, great. Anyone? So, shall I proceed with the categories of criminal lawyers? Can you please tell me types of criminal lawyers? Economic offense is good. And other is also type. Bodily offenses. Yeah, these are the offenses. Types of criminal lawyers. Like
The types of criminal lawyers may be prosecutors, defense attorneys,
great.
legal aids,
Okay.
and public defenders also, and private criminal lawyers.
Yes,
As
great.
far as I know.
Great, Vasari. Great. So there are few categories as a criminal lawyer. Thank you, Rimjim, Prisha, Kushi. So first, I first categorize as the prosecutors. Prosecutors are those who represents the state or investigating agencies, like the public prosecutors, standing counsels for on every panel of the organization, district government council, ASGs, additional solicitor generals. Second is the defense counsels, which represents the accused in the court, building defenses and advocating for their right. Defense counsel are generally the private lawyers, mainly. Third is victims advocates. Can anyone please tell me why I said the defense counsel are generally private lawyers? Do anyone have the curiosity to know that why defense counsel are generally private lawyers?
Because the case is brought by state, by prosecutor. So
great. Because any harm or any injury which have done, which these are all always against the state, because state is the parents patron. Third is victims advocate, represents victim, a role that has gained prominence with legal amendments recognizing victim rights. The fourth is law firm consultants, which works in law firms advising corporations on criminal law matters, especially white collar crimes. These are very trending, law firm consultants, because these days white collar crimes are increasing like hell. Because these days we see like there's murder, rape cases. These are become very low these days, but the white collar crimes surge is very high, very high. Fifth is legal aid counsels, which is provides pro bono services to indigent clients, often through legal aid programs, which is a very excellent starting point for young lawyers like you. I think we all are the young lawyers here. You all should join legal aid, because at the very initial no one will give you the case of trial of any murder or a rape or any grave offenses, but being a legal aid counsel you will help the senior counsel or sit in the senior counsels in these type of trials, and you will get the very big opportunities there as a legal aid counsels. Sixth is the corporate lawyers. Like you can join multinational companies needing expertise in criminal law due to the rising economic offenses like white collar crime. So now I will tell the civil versus criminal litigation. The scope of work for a criminal lawyer is far broader.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can
Yes,
you
Poonam,
please,
please.
sorry, this is Gupta. Can you please elaborate a bit on white collar crimes?
Yes, surely. White collar crimes are like in which the no bodily injury is involved, like PMLA, money laundering, and economic offenses. These type of crimes are categorized as the white collar crimes, in which there's no bodily injury is involved. And these crimes are which is against the state. These are the basic definition you can understand. Understood, Poonam? Poonam?
Yes, sir. Sir, one more thing. Yes,
You
sir, I
understand?
got your point. So, one more
Yes,
thing I
please.
want to know, like if something happens within the government, if there is some, and if anti-corruption bureaus find something or the other on a sitting MP or some other, I mean, the person who is in power, basically working with the government. So,
Okay.
will this be counted as white collar crime? If he is involved in some corruption or something, we can say use that
Yes,
term as a white collar crime.
you can say, because it all also involves money. In the crime where the money is
Okay.
involved, that
Okay.
is white collar crime and affects the state.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much, sir.
thanks, Poonam. Okay. So we were talking about the civil versus criminal litigation. So the scope of work for a criminal lawyer is far broader than of a civil lawyer. While a civil lawyer's role is largely confined to court proceedings, a criminal lawyer's involvement begins the moment the crime is committed. Can anyone please tell me how to register an FIR in India? First information report.
Zero FIR, like
सर
anywhere
हम
in the
जुरिडिक्शनल एरिया में जाके थाने में रिपोर्ट करवा सकते हैं.
One by one, please, one by one. Anuj, please बताइए. Anuj, please tell.
सर हम कहीं भी रिकॉर्ड करवा सकते हैं. पहले उस पुलिस स्टेशन से दूसरे पुलिस स्टेशन में FIR नंबर लेकर अपने जो जहाँ पे जो अगर कंसर्न स्टेशन होगा तो उसमें FIR नंबर दे सकते हैं सर. वहाँ से लाइक जहाँ पे इंसिडेंट हुआ है अगर वहाँ पे हम जीरो FIR करवा दें पुलिस स्टेशन में.
Okay. Asia
Sir,
Rahman.
FIR can be written. Okay.
So I believe there are two ways. One is, as others said, directly going to the police station, and as far as I know, the station house officer shall record the FIR. So you can either write it on your own if they hand over a paper, or you can say it orally, and the station house officer will record it. And now I think online services are also available. Websites, official websites are available to register an FIR. Yes, sir.
Okay, Poonam.
Yes, sir. I was saying कि FIR can be
Yes, please.
registered anywhere in any nearby police station, which is like crime happens on a road, and nearest police station is sector, whatever the sector is. You can, whether you belong to
Please
some
tell
other
me
place,
what's
but where the crime
the
has.
role. Poonam, please tell me what's the role of
Sorry.
lawyer in filing FIR, and what is the role of lawyer at an FIR stage? Can anyone
Sir,
please
at
tell me?
this
It's open
stage,
to all.
sir,
Yes,
basically,
please, Poonam, बताइए.
sometimes people may not be able to express the whole incident according whatever happened, because they are in state of shock or something. So they can also call for their personal lawyers to file an FIR on their behalf. As an individual, one can go ahead for an FIR Like a woman, if she is been molested or harassed somewhere, so she can directly go to the police station, or she can hire a lawyer that I want to do this thing on my behalf. I don't want to visit the police station. So this is the where we can call for a lawyer for our convenience, and if we are not willing to move by our own.
Great, Vaishali.
Yes, sir. As far as I know, when a lawyer can play a crucial role at the registration of the affair, especially when the police officials are not, registering the FIR, the lawyer can advise the process, can draft the FIR, can ensure the compliance of the FIR, and can also represent the complainants itself.
Okay, Rimjim.
So basically, the lawyer ensures that the legal rights of the person who is filing the FIR is protected. So if I'm going to a police station and I can take my lawyer with me to file the FIR, so he'll ensure that all my legal rights are protected as well as can give me legal advice regarding that FIR and complaint further.
Okay, great. Uh, do any one of you believe that register an FIR in India in itself are very big task? Because generally
Yes.
police don't register an FIR directly.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a very big task in India to register an FIR. Police generally say we will file a complaint, but they never agree to file the FIR. So this is a very initial need of a lawyer at this condition to help the client to register the FIR. So at police station, second question one more time. Sivasan, I think I am pronouncing your name correctly. The question was to register an FIR, first information report, in a police station in itself a very big task, because generally police don't register the FIR. They always refuse at a very initial level until and unless you make the pressure on them. So this is a very FIR stage where the lawyer is needed. Criminal lawyer always helps. They can register the FIR by talking to the police official, or the second option, the court. We can. Deepti, for this you need to talk to Vidhi Sanskaar for this. I am not the right person to ask. Okay. Second stage of criminal litigation is investigation. So can you please tell me what is the need of lawyer at investigation level? I'm not telling you something new here. You already know everything. I'm just here to remind you. Anyone please tell me what is the role of lawyer at an investigation level after registering an FIR? When do police investigations? What is the role of lawyer there? I'm talking about criminal. We are talking about criminal lawyer only criminal lawyer.
To analyze the case and gather the supporting
To ensure that there
argument.
shouldn't be any tampering with the evidences.
What, Poonam?
To ensure that every document is placed in a systematic way, and there shouldn't be any tampering with the statements given or with the evidences.
Okay. Great. Akshay, do you want to say something?
Good afternoon, sir. It's Akshay.
Oh, sorry,
And,
Akshay. Sorry. My apologies.
It's fine, sir. To answer your question, I believe the lawyer, most basic task of a lawyer in an investigative procedure is to protect the rights of his or her client. That while they're being investigated or while they're going through the procedure, their rights should not be curtailed. So one is that is legal compliance. I believe that's the most basic
Yes.
task of the attorney.
Yes, indeed. Thanks. Asiya, do you want to say something?
So I think my answer is very similar. I mean, in a nutshell, it's always procedural compliance. Let's say the accused, even if let's say we are a lawyer for the accused, then we need to ensure that if a charge sheet is not filed within 90 days, then to secure bail and all that. So procedural compliance is very important, because if at all they don't comply with the procedure, it's actually an advantage for the lawyer, for the client, etc. Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Uh,
You already know
Unfortunately,
everything, I think. There's no need of me here. You guys are very smart. So, at investigation level, the police calls the client at many times for interrogations and document analysis, and the foreman like to check out on forensic evidences, especially in white collar crimes. So, the role of lawyer is very important here, because police many times harass the client, harass the appellant in itself, to take it in custody for the purpose of medical, in many things. In a very, yes, especially you want to say something?
Sir, actually, I have a doubt.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
um, Apart from the bookish knowledge, if we talk about the practical aspect about the investigation level पे lawyer का क्या role होता है, तो can we say that it's all based upon the listening?
Listening does matter. At the very initial way, I already told you the criminal law lawyer was need to deal with the police authorities. So police authority से deal करने के लिए listening is very important.
Yes sir, because I have seen in most of the cases police officials जो है वो बहुत harass करते हैं, and also
Exactly.
almost case बिगाड़ ही देते हैं, जहाँ पर एक पार्टी ज्यादा influential होती है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. It does happen. Many times we see all these type of thing. In a very recent case I have conducted at Patel House Court, whereby a girl was raped by a very aged man of around 55. The age of the man was 55-year-old, and the girl was around 21, and she was raped. But the police harassed the girl only. They
Yes.
they take the girl in a police station for 2 days for the medical checkup only.
Okay.
So we need to deal with the police authorities in all these type of investigation, all things. Okay, next is the
Thank you.
yeah, okay. Next is pre-trial and trial. We need to consult.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sorry, for the interruption, sir. I do have a question. Can I pose it?
Surely, please. Because this is going to an interactive session. I'm not going to teach you anything here. You already know everything. I'm just here to remind you. I'm just doing the work of a reminder. You already guys know everything, the procedure and everything. I'm just here to answer your queries only.
Okay, sir. So I had a question. It is more pointed towards the moral aspect, I believe. As you just mentioned, and the other girl also mentioned, that police officers often harass the clients or the victims, or actually suffered the damage or undergone some sort of mental trauma. So do you think that also sort of pushes the victims into a place where they feel scared of even approaching the police stations to file cases, and that is why it is also hindering the whole aspect of the legal system of India?
It
In the
does
sense,
happen. This is the reason why the many criminal cases was filed. They were filed after 6 months, 1 year. The delay of filing FIR. This is the main reason behind this. Even the common people, the commoner like us, are afraid of police to go to the police station. This is a very basic problem in the country.
and
Hope
so what,
you are
according to you, must be the best possible manner to address this issue at the least, from the basic level, at the grassroots?
Okay, so we can address this issue by spreading the legal awareness between the people. Because in a country like India, there's a very legal literacy is around 5 to 10% only. Only the lawyers or the friends of lawyers. Okay, I think you all are very versed with Hindi. Can I use Hindi? Akshaya?
Sure, sir.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. Because some people are saying that they can't understand Hindi. Okay, so great. What I was saying, can you please? Okay. तो फिर इंडिया में इसको रिजॉल्व करने के लिए इस इशू को हमको लीगल लिटरेसी है उसको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. जब तक लीगल लिटरेसी नहीं बढ़ेगी तब तक लोग पुलिस से डरते रहेंगे, कोर्ट से डरते रहेंगे. लोगों के घर में कहावत होती है कि जिंदगी में कभी कोर्ट ना जाना पड़े या थाने ना जाना पड़े. जब तक हम लोग, बल्कि हमको ये नहीं पता ये लोग हमारी सुविधाएं के लिए हैं, केवल ये लोग हमारे लिए हैं। अगर देश में क्राइम नहीं होगा तो पुलिस स्टेशन बंद करने पड़ेंगे, कोर्ट बंद करने पड़ेंगे, कोर्ट की नीड ही नहीं होगी अगर कुछ क्राइम नहीं होंगे तो अक्षय ने सवाल पूछा कि लोग डरते हैं, मतलब लाइक पुलिस से पुलिस हरेस करती है विक्टिम्स को, लाइक मेरे साथ कुछ क्राइम हो जाए या मेरी बहन के साथ कोई क्राइम हो जाए, पुलिस स्टेशन जाने में डरेगा, पुलिस वाले उल्टे सीधे सवाल पूछेंगे, हेल्प नहीं करेंगे, हरेस करेंगे, मेडिकल चेकअप के नाम पे हरेस करेंगे और क्वेश्चन करने के लिए बुलाएंगे, इनिशियल जो प्री ट्रायल होता है उसके लिए। तो इसमें क्या होता है, हम लोगों को लीगल लिटरेसी नहीं होती है, इसीलिए लॉयर की नीड होती है यहाँ पे। रिमझिम प्लीज बताइए।
Sir, will you agree that sometimes we can't even use the legal right to remain silent just because of police harassment? So is that also right?
Pardon? Actually, I didn't understand your question. Can you please elaborate more? Rimchim?
Yeah, sir, I was saying that these days people can't even use their right to remain silent during an investigation just because of harassment, as everyone just stated. So, will this can also be a purpose like why people, don't try to approach the government for help?
राइट टू रिमेन साइलेंट जानने के लिए भी आपको अपने लीगल राइट्स के बारे में पता होना चाहिए। प्रॉब्लम बेसिक यही है कि लीगल लिटरेसी नहीं है इस देश में। आप चाहो तो आप अपने गांव में, अपने क्षेत्र में, अपने टाउन में जाके पूछिए लोगों को, लीगल राइट्स के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है, कुछ भी। इवन अगर पुलिस वाला उनके घर पे आके बोल दे हम आपको अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं, बस वो एक चीज पूछते हैं वारंट लाए हो, बस उनको कुछ नहीं पता है क्या है क्या नहीं है। बस ये मूवी में देख देख के सीख गए हैं कि वारंट पूछा जाता है।
Legal language is the major issue. Sometimes people don't even understand what is jama talashi.
हाँ, बिकॉज लीगल लैंग्वेज इस तरीके से कोडिफाइड है, वो इतनी आसान भाषा में नहीं है कि समझ पाए। अगर हम कोर्ट में देखा जाए कि जितने भी जो प्रिजनर्स हैं जो कि जेल में बंद हैं, उनको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है। इंग्लिश इज ऑल्सो एन इशू। जिसके लिए केस लड़ा जा रहा है वो खुद अपने ऑर्डर या जजमेंट्स नहीं पढ़ पा रहे हैं। कोर्ट ने क्या बोला, हाई कोर्ट इंग्लिश में है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट इंग्लिश में है, वो खुद नहीं पढ़ पा रहे हैं कि कोर्ट ने क्या बोला है।
But last year, I guess this thing has been done by the D.Y. Chandrachud sir about the language thing, that order sheets can be given in the language needed. I guess translation is possible nowadays.
On the papers, there are many things. This is a very harsh reality of our system. Being a lawyer, मैं तो सबसे पहले अपने आप की उसमें कोसता हूँ अपने प्रोफेशन के।
Actually, I'm just asking you for the ground reality as you are practicing in Supreme Court. That's why I asked, sir.
So ग्राउंड रियलिटी यही है, पेपर्स में बहुत कुछ है, ग्राउंड पे नहीं है। आप कभी तिहाड़ जाइए विजिट करने के लिए, आपको पता चलेगा। लोगों को पता ही उनके केस में क्या हो रहा है। फाइल्स होती हैं सारी इंग्लिश में होती हैं, ऑर्डर शीट सब इंग्लिश में है।
Sir?
Yes, who's this?
So this is Akshay again.
Yes, Akshay, please.
So you did discuss the importance of लीगल अवेयरनेस की, लोगों को उनके राइट्स के बारे में पता चलना चाहिए और उनको हम जाके अगर सिखाएं कि आप एग्जैक्टली कैसे अप्रोच कर सकते हैं तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी।
Okay, Akshay, can you please tell me about your brief introduction, like are you a student or an advocate, what?
Sir, actually, I'm a second year law student at Christ University, Delhi NCR.
Okay,
and
great.
I've just started my course. I mean, I just completed my first year.
काफी अच्छा लगा सुन के कि आप इस तरीके से सोचते हो। For this to spread the legal awareness, we have a legal aid councils, we have a legal aid department, state legal authorities जो हैं DLSA, district legal service authorities, ये लोग कैंप्स लगाते हैं। इवन स्कूल्स में भी, आपके स्कूल में भी लीगल एड क्लिनिक होगा जहाँ तक मेरे को लग रहा है।
Yes, sir, we do have a legal aid center.
So the basic purpose of making the legal aid clinics to spread the basic legal awareness in the society. तो इस इश्यू को एड्रेस करने के लिए यही है कि आप लीगल अवेयरनेस बढ़ाइए बाय लीगल एड क्लिनिक्स। जब आप एडवोकेट बन जाएंगे, प्लीज ज्वाइन लीगल एड। SLSA, state legal service authorities, and DLS, many more. Yes, Poonam, please.
Sir, I have a question to ask. It's a bit out of course, but I just wanted to give some light upon it. What's your take if we introduce something about legal proceedings and procedure for our practical understanding in school itself. After 10th, if we can introduce some kind of course for the basic legal rights of the students, those students study about the constitution, civics, everything is there. But basically, the practical knowledge about the day to day life and the laws we deal on daily basis, basically our rights, major rights for the practical life. Don't you think it should be introduced in schools? What's your take on it? It's
Poonam,
just personal thought. That's why I just disagreed.
okay, it's a very great thought. Actually, it's already introduced in CBSE, but it's implemented around 24 to 50 colleges in Delhi only. Only in Delhi, in India.
Okay, I wasn't aware, sir. Okay.
Because no one is opting for legal studies at 11th or 12th. Yes, Sandeep, please.
लेकिन सर जो न्यू पॉलिसी जनरेट की है सरकार ने शिक्षा नीति, उसके अनुसार छठी के बाद उसी कोर्स में जिसमें बच्चा करियर बनाना चाहता है उसी में बेसिक, एक तो बेसिक एलिमेंट्री एजुकेशन होती है, ठीक है, उसके बाद बच्चों को प्रिपेयर इस व्यापक के
आपका
जाता है
सवाल
कि
क्या है, संदीप?
नहीं, जो मैम कह रहे हैं, पूनम जी कह रहे हैं कि भाई जो स्टार्टिंग से वो लिटरेसी की एजुकेशन थोड़ा काउंट देना चाहिए बच्चों को, जिससे कि
हाँ,
उनका
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
बेस प्रॉपरली तैयार हो जाए और जिससे क्या है कि वो अपने हकों के लिए बोल सकें, अधिकारों के लिए बोल सकें।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। Any other question?
So actually, I do agree with Poonam. Today, not only backward areas, but even the most literate professionals don't know about their legal awarenesses, legal rights, and how they can file a basic complaint. So I think this is a great initiative that our generation and new lawyer generation can take.
Rimjam, I'm also working on this very pressing issue. Like I have made a policy which I am implemented in a few schools in district Mathura in Uttar Pradesh and Delhi also in a few schools of Delhi, in which
Sir, one
we
more
the
thing
team
I
of
want to
lawyers.
add here.
Yeah,
Sir,
Poonam.
we as a group can also file a PIL to generate awareness that this should be a mandate beside of choosing any field in 11th or 12th, maybe science, arts, or anything. But legal subjects should be the mandate and the
Make
subsidiary
it
subject
compulsory.
to clear. Then only you
No,
will get your. We can do that, sir. No, why?
you
Because this
can't
is the
compel
base, sir.
everyone
We
to
as a
be a
people.
Poonam, for this you can't compel everyone to be a lawyer.
No, not about lawyers, sir. It's about basic rights. That study shouldn't be restricted till 7th, 8th, or 9th. It should be throughout. That's what my point is.
But the legal, no one is the subject is there, but no one is opting. This is also an issue. So let me finish the basics, then I will take your
Last
questions.
webinar,
Okay.
sir, we'll do the start. Oh, yeah, sure, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. So there's also a glamour and challenges in criminal law. So the criminal litigation has gained a certain allure in recent years, partly due to the media portrayals in shows like Boston Legal or Suits. I think everyone here watched the Boston Legal or Suits. That's why we are fascinated like to be a criminal lawyer, which depict the field as exciting and impactful. However, misconceptions persist that criminal law is a dirty or dangerous job, suitable only for those with a family legacy in law. This is not true. Absolutely. First generation lawyers with aptitude and passion can excel in this field also. The field has seen significant growth since the 1990s, driven by amendments to laws like the RBI Act and SEBI Act, which led to high profile economic cases, example 2G scam, like Poonam was asking for the corruption, the 2G scam, coal scam, Commonwealth game scam. These white collar crimes committed by individuals in positions of power involve economic offenses and are prosecuted under statutes like PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, NDPS, Narcotic Drugs, Psychotropic Substances, Prevention of Corruption Act, Companies Act, and Food Adulteration Act. These all comes under the white collar crimes. So these statutes have created substantial opportunities for young lawyers, particularly in areas like cyber crimes, bank frauds. These are very niche areas, and the real estate scams. So we will talk about the essential qualities of a criminal lawyer. What should be the essential qualities of a criminal lawyer? So to succeed in criminal litigation, certain qualities are very crucial. First, the 24/7 availability. If you are present 24/7, then you can consider yourself a criminal lawyer, because criminal lawyer must be ready to assist client at any hour. As emergencies, example, arrest or FIR filings can arise unexpectedly, whether it is day or night. So your client can call you at any time. You need to be ready at 24/7. Like at 2 a.m. You're when you rang bell, my brother is arrested, please help me. So you need to go through a police station to help your client. So you need to be present 24/7. That's why I said the criminal lawyer, being a criminal lawyer is not an easy task, unlike civil law. Civil law is also very good. So the second quality is analytical mind to be a criminal lawyer. The ability to absorb and interpret facts accurately, often visualizing how a crime occurred based on evidence. You need to have a good imaginary skill. By reading a fact, you can imagine what happened, where, at what time. You can imagine the whole scenario just by reading the facts. So the analytical mind is a must. And the third is problem solving skills. Client expects solutions at a very initial stage. And so please provide us the records. Anuj, I can't, I'm not the right person to talk about. You please talk the Vidhi Sanskaar. So the client expects solution at a very initial, and the lawyers must devise strategies to address complex legal issues. Because when a client came to you, they will ask for the instant solution. So for that, you need to be ready to with a strategy. Like what strategy you follow to take your client out from the jail. Third is the document analysis. You need to be proficient in reading investigation documents, biases and prejudices, often in regional languages, to understand the case thoroughly. And the embracing challenges also. There are many challenges. So criminal law involves overcoming systematic biases and prejudices, requiring resilience and a passion for justice. And the second last is the forensic and cyber knowledge. It is very important for a criminal lawyer. If you want to be a full-fledged criminal lawyer, then forensic knowledge and cyber knowledge is very must. Because the understanding forensic science and cyber law is very critical, especially for white-collar crimes. Even in white-collar crimes like PMLA, you should also know the accounting, because there are lots of balance sheets and lots of economic things. If you don't know the CAs who turned lawyer seem to be successful in this field, because they know how the accounts work. And the last is not the least, the best communication skills. Communication skill is a game changer. I must say, being a lawyer and a good lawyer, there's a very slight difference. Communication skills. Communication skills is just the art of telling a story. If you know how to tell a story in a very better way, then you can become a best lawyer in the world. वकील करता क्या, केवल कहानी सुनाता है जज को, और इस तरीके से सुनाता है कि जज एकदम स्पेल बाउंड हो जाता है. So effective written and oral advocacy is very essential for courtroom success. So these qualities develop over time. ये नहीं कि overnight develop हो जाएंगे सब चीजें. Young lawyers can hone their by working under experienced seniors in lower courts or through internships. And they are where I'm coming to the very professional standards in criminal law. You need to be ethical. So criminal lawyers must adhere to strict ethical standards as outlined by the Bar Council of India, particularly because they often represent clients who are not physically present. Example in jail or absconding. अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि क्या जेल में जो कैदी हैं उनको पता ही नहीं है कि उनके केस में क्या हो रहा है. बस वकील क्या करते हैं कि पैसे लेते रहते हैं उनसे कि आपका केस चल रहा है, बल्कि केस खत्म होने वाला है, वकील केस खत्म नहीं होने देते हैं बस अपना पैसे के लिए. So this is a very unethical practice. So first, the privileged communication. Under section 126 of the section 126 of the Evidence Act, client communication are confidential and cannot be shared with the third parties. Second, the conflict of interest. A lawyer cannot represent the opposing party after advising one side, even only during the investigating phase. इसमें क्या होता है कि वकील सामने वाली पार्टी से भी पैसे ले लेता है कि आप चिंता मत करो, आपका केस मैं खत्म होने दूंगा, आप मजे में रहोगा, मैं आपका केस चलाता रहूंगा. दिस इज अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. नो सक्सेस फीस. आपको कभी भी अपने क्लाइंट से सक्सेस फीस नहीं लेनी है कि चार्जिंग फीस फॉर कंटिजेंट और केस आउटकम्स, कि मतलब आप मेरे को इतने ज्यादा पैसे दीजिए और आपका हो जाएगा काम. इनडायरेक्टली जज को पैसे देना कि आप पैसे दीजिए, इतने पैसे जज को जाएंगे, करप्शन वगैरह, इन कामों में कभी नहीं पड़ना है. सेकंड, द सियोरिटी रूल्स. लॉयर्स कैन नेवर एक्ट एज सियोरिटीज फॉर क्लाइंट बेल. कभी भी आपको बेल के लिए सियोरिटी नहीं बनना है, ना सियोरिटी देनी है. जो बॉन्ड्स भरे जाते हैं, कभी वकील होके आपको ये सब नहीं करना है. दीज आर द वेरी अनएथिकल प्रैक्टिस, बिकॉज ये सब आपको कोई नहीं बताएगा. आप जब नए वकील बनेंगे, आपके जो सीनियर्स हैं जो अनएथिकल प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, वो बोलेंगे कि आप एक काम करिए, अपने बाइक के कागज दीजिए और आप इसमें बॉन्ड साइन कर दीजिए बेल के लिए. कभी ऐसा नहीं करना है, क्योंकि इसमें क्लाइंट 10,000 20,000 रुपए दे देता है एक बॉन्ड भरवाने के. पैसा देख के कभी भी अनएथिकल प्रैक्टिस नहीं करनी है. आपका लाइसेंस कैंसिल हो सकता है इन सब बेसिक चीजों के लिए. ड्यूटी टू रिप्रेजेंट. रिफ्यूजिंग अ क्लाइंट based on the nature of their crime is generally considered professional misconduct. पैसे को देख के और उसका क्राइम को देख के आपको मना नहीं करना है कि मैं आपको रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करूंगा. This is also a very unethical duty. You are bound to represent every client irrespective of the fees or crime. So for prosecutors, the role to assist the court in finding the truth, not merely to secure convictions. This includes presenting all evidence, even if some favors the accused. There is also a very famous case you can read about it, Shiv Kumar versus Hukumchand, 1997, and the Manu Sharma case also. I think everyone knows about the Manu Sharma case in Delhi. So now we will talk about the career prospects in the criminal law. Give me only 5 minutes, I will complete it, then we will take the questions. The career prospects in the criminal litigation. Case law was Shiv Kumar versus Hukumchand Ashia and the Manu Sharma case. मनु शर्मा 2010 का है और हुकुमचंद 1997 का है. Career prospects. The criminal litigations offer significant opportunities, particularly in white-collar crimes, which have surged due to economic liberalization and technological advancement. Areas like cybercrime, money laundering, and corporate frauds are growing fields. However, the profession demands long gestation period. Mainly, I'm talking about criminal litigation. There is a very long gestation period. You can't expect like अब 2 साल में आप बहुत बड़े वकील बन जाएंगे. Success may take 5 to 7 years of hard work, unlike law firms roles that offer quicker financial rewards. Law firm में क्या होता है, आप 5th year आपका पास हुआ, आपको PPO मिल गया, आपने कोई खेतान या जो भी लॉ फॉर्म में Tier 1 लॉ फॉर्म से आपने ज्वाइन की, you are getting a good salary around 1.5 lakh to there's no range in law firms. But in mainly criminal litigation, starting में पैसा नहीं है. I'm very sure, much sure about it. स्टार्टिंग में पैसा बिल्कुल नहीं है, बहुत कम पैसा है. आपको काम सीखना है तभी आप इसमें अंदर घुसिए. आपको स्टार्टिंग 25 से 30,000 या मैक्सिमम को अच्छा लॉयर मिल गया तो आपको 50,000 रुपए मिल जाएंगे, इससे ज्यादा नहीं मिलेंगे कहीं भी. लेकिन 5 से 6 साल बाद आप जो पैसा कमाएंगे, कॉर्पोरेट वाले आपके आसपास भी नहीं होंगे. एंड द हाई वर्कलोड ऑल्सो. Expect 17 hours of work a daily, including jail visits and field works. आपको जेल भी जाना पड़ेगा अपने क्लाइंट से मिलने के लिए. मैंने स्टार्टिंग में बताया था कि आपको पुलिस से डील करना पड़ता है, जेल अथॉरिटी से डील करना पड़ता है, कोर्ट से डील करना पड़ता है. Last is the service oriented mindset. While lucrative in the long term, the focus should be on serving clients with financial rewards following expertise. पैसा आएगा लेकिन आपको सर्विस के हिसाब से काम करना है कि आप उनको एक सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको पैसा देके आप काम कर रहे हो. Young lawyers should start by interning with experienced criminal lawyers, gaining exposure to both civil और criminal courts and joining legal aid programs to build skills. आप सबसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ, प्लीज लीगल एड को ज्वाइन करिए अपने कॉलेजेस में एंड उसमें काम करिए. काफी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज है आपको इन चीजों को संभालने के लिए. अभी किसी ने पूछा था मेरे से, मैं नाम भूल गया उनका, तो उन्होंने बोलता कि इस लीगल लिटरेसी को कैसे काम कर सकते हैं। आप अपने लीगल एड क्लिनिक को ज्वाइन करिए और काम करिए, और जो आपका लीगल एड क्लिनिक होगा उसको डीएलएसए के संग ज्वाइन कराइए। अगर वो ज्वाइन नहीं है तो कोलैबोरेशन में आप काम करिए, आपको पता चलेगा कि डीएलएसए कैसे काम करता है। सो देयर इज आल्सो वेरी कॉमन क्वेश्चंस। एक ये भी आते हैं कि ऑनलाइन कोर्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, आपको टैक्स सेवी होना पड़ेगा इसके लिए, बिकॉज ऑफ पहले ऐसा जमाना नहीं रहा है। मैं मानता हूं कि जो क्रिमिनल लॉ है एकदम ओल्ड स्कूल है, वो जैसे पहले काम करता था वैसे अब भी करता है, लेकिन अब टेक्नोलॉजी का चेंज कुछ आया है। आपको लाइक ऑनलाइन फाइलिंग हो गई है, अब सारी ई फाइलिंग होती है, आप ऑनलाइन रिप्रेजेंट भी कर, अपीयरेंस भी कर सकते हैं। लाइक यहाँ बैठ के आप अपना हाई कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, या फिर इंडिया के बाहर भी आप केसेस कर सकते हैं बैठे बैठे। जैसे मैंने अभी एक कनाडा का भी केस किया था मैंने कुछ टाइम पहले इंडिया से ही। तो आजकल बहुत अच्छा हो गया है कि ये ऑनलाइन हो गया सब कुछ। ये साइबर क्राइम्स प्रोस्पेक्ट्स आपको पता होने चाहिए, साइबर क्राइम्स कैसे होते हैं, साइबर थाने कहाँ होते हैं, कैसे होते हैं। आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि एफआईआर अगर पुलिस में दर्ज नहीं हो पा रही है तो कैसे दर्ज, कोर्ट के थ्रू कैसे दर्ज होगी। रॉन्गफुल कन्विक्शन है उसके लिए कैसे आपको वो करना है। मीडिया ट्रायल जो होता है उसको कैसे खत्म करना है, आपके पे केस पर अफेक्ट ना पड़ पाए। ये सब जो चीजें होती हैं आपको ये सब पे ध्यान में देनी होती हैं। अब आप बताइए, वी आर ओपन फॉर क्वेश्चंस। एनीवन, एनी क्वेश्चन?
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask, for a student who want to excel in proper criminal litigation and have to work further in criminal litigation, so what is the best internship that he or she should pursue in its college years?
फर्स्टली डीएलएस के साथ काम करना चाहिए आपको। डिस्ट्रिक्ट लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटीज की इंटर्नशिप होती हैं, एसएलएस की भी होती हैं। इसमें क्या होता है, डीएलएस की आई थिंक 1 मंथ की इंटर्नशिप आती है। उसमें आपको 10 से 12 दिन आपको अपने डिस्ट्रिक्ट में काम करना होता है, और 10 दिन स्टेट में और 10 दिन नेशनल लेवल पे। उसका सिलेक्शन आपके कॉलेज के थ्रू होता है, आपके कॉलेज नाम भेजता है। एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट इट द प्रोसीजर, बट आप एक बार चेक कर लीजिएगा। आपको लीगल एड की इंटर्नशिप मस्ट करनी चाहिए, जरूर करनी चाहिए, बहुत जरूरत है। एंड सेकेंडली, आपको जो बेस्ट क्रिमिनल लॉयर्स हैं इसको आप देखते हो कि इसके पास प्रैक्टिस है, मेनली डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पर, ट्रायल लॉयर जिसको बोलते हैं। बिकॉज क्रिमिनल लॉयर वही होता है इसने ट्रायल में प्रैक्टिस करी हो। ये नहीं कि आप डायरेक्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पहुंच जाओ और बोलो कि हमको सीधे वहां पे कोई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बेल मैटर्स आगे होते हैं मेनली, या फिर लास्ट में जो कन्विक्शन होता है, बिकॉज लास्ट डोर द पर्सन कैन अप्रोच। सो आपको जो अच्छे क्रिमिनल लॉयर्स हैं उनके पास इंटर्नशिप के लिए अप्लाई करना चाहिए और उनके साथ काम करना चाहिए। एंड एक बात और, जो अच्छे वकील हैं वो इतना टैक्स सेवी नहीं है। आप ये प्रोफेशन ओल्ड स्कूल काम करता है। आप सोचो आप उनको मेल भेज देंगे फिर बोलेंगे रिप्लाई नहीं आया है, आप उनसे हाई कोर्ट्स में जाके मिलिए, बात करिए उनसे, दे ऑल विल हेल्प यू आउट। सब लोग आपकी हेल्प करना चाहेंगे, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई आपकी हेल्प करना नहीं चाहता है। आप सोचो आप घर में बैठे हो और आपको सब हेल्प कर दें, इंटर्नशिप दिलवा दें, ऐसे नहीं होता है। अगर एंड थर्डली, अगर आपको इंटर्नशिप नहीं मिलती है, आप कोर्ट में जाके बैठिए और देखिए ट्रायल कैसे होता है। ओके रिमझिम?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ओके, एनीवन? Any question? Floor is open for all. Please ask, otherwise I will. Okay, my
Sir,
thank
I
you.
have a question.
Yes.
Sir, from your experience so far, because right now you are practicing in the Supreme Court, I believe. So, can you explain the major differences that arise when you are a
There's a
district
echo
court
coming
lawyer?
from your side. Can you please write the question? Or I don't know, the echo was coming. I couldn't hear you properly.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, please.
Sir, I was asking that since you are practicing in the Supreme Court right now, you definitely would have accumulated experience in the district court level at your early ages as well. So, sir, can you point out the primary differences, as in what all you encountered in the district court and how is it different from the Supreme Court? As in, when a person is aiming for criminal litigation in the Supreme Court, what all will they have to deal with at the Supreme Court level?
Okay. So there is a very slight difference between the district court, high court, and Supreme Court practice. डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट इस प्रैक्टिस में क्या होता है, आपको फैक्ट्स मेनली जो आर्ग्यूमेंट्स होते हैं वो आपके प्रोसीजर्स पे होते हैं, प्रोसीजर और फैक्ट्स पे। सेम विद जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में जो लेक्यूनस रह जाते हैं वो हाई कोर्ट में होते हैं। एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केवल क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ की बात होती है। कोई भी क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ इन्वॉल्व है तब मैटर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में लाई करता है, वरना वो रिजेक्ट हो जाता है। अगर आपको क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ का इश्यू है तब आप सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा सकते हैं, अदरवाइज नहीं। कोई लैक्यूना रह गया है, फंडामेंटल राइट का वॉयलेशन हो रहा है, तो आप देखिए आपको प्रैक्टिस ऐसी करनी है, आपको फैक्ट्स और प्रोसीजर की प्रैक्टिस करनी है, देन सुप्रीम, देन हाई कोर्ट एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स आर द बेस्ट। अगर आपको क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ की प्रैक्टिस करनी है कि आपको लॉ डेवलप करना है, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट नए नए लॉ डेवलप करता रहता है, ये सब चीजें, तो आपके लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट बेस्ट है। ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट से स्टार्ट करना चाहिए, हाई कोर्ट से, सुप्रीम कोर्ट से, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। एंड मैं एक एडवाइस भी देना चाहूंगा आपको, आप अपने बेसिक्स क्लियर करिए सबसे पहले सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के। What advice would you give to first generation law students? Okay, मेरी एडवाइस बस इतनी सी रहेगी, आप अपने जो बेसिक्स हैं आप उसको अच्छे से क्लियर करिए। बेसिक्स आपको पता होना चाहिए क्रिमिनल लॉ के हैं क्या है, जितने भी क्रिमिनल लॉ के एक्ट्स हैं, लाइक जो न्यू क्रिमिनल लॉज, ओल्ड क्रिमिनल लॉ, साथ में पीएमएलए हो गया एंड एनडीपीएस एक्ट हो गया, आपके डाउरी प्रोविजन और प्रोहिबिशन हो गया, मैट्रिमोनीज हो गया, इन सब पे मास्टरी हासिल कीजिए। थर्डली, आप आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन की बुक लीजिए, उसे पढ़िए। अगर वो नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं तो आप आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन का आप कोर्स करिए। अच्छे लॉयर्स वही होते हैं जो अच्छे से बात करना जानते हैं, अपनी बात को कन्वे करना जानते हैं। जो इंसान अपनी बात को कन्वे नहीं कर पाता है, उसको लॉयर खुद को बोलने का अधिकार ही नहीं है। बिकॉज आपको कोर्ट के सामने, लाइक आई प्रैक्टिस इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट, स्टार्टिंग में कोई केस एडमिट करने से पहले हमको 20 सेकंड मिलता है, ओनली 20 सेकंड्स। हम इतनी सारी 2000 पेज की फाइल को हम वहाँ आर्ग्यू करना होता है, 20 सेकंड में ऐसा क्या बोल दें कि जज बोल दिया एडमिट। तो 20 सेकंड में अच्छा वही बोल पाएगा जो पूरा केस पढ़ा हुआ है, जिसका ह्यूमर अच्छा है। आपको अपना लिटरेचर पढ़ना है, आपको ह्यूमर अपना अच्छा करना है। अच्छे लॉयर्स वही होते हैं उसका ह्यूमर अच्छा होता है। एंड ऑलवेज बी रेस्पेक्टफुल टू द कोर्ट। फर्स्ट, आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन सबसे बेस्ट, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। आपको बात करना आना चाहिए बहुत अच्छे से, इसमें कोई भी कोताही नहीं बरती जाएगी। सेकेंडली, यू शुड हैव द मास्टरी ओवर द लैंग्वेज। आपको इंग्लिश पे कमांड होनी चाहिए। इंग्लिश पे कमांड नहीं है, इंग्लिश इज लाइक अ वेपन्स। अगर आपके हथियार ही नहीं है आपके पास तो आप युद्ध कैसे करेंगे? So you should have, firstly, you should have the mastery over the language, that is English, and in regional languages also, like if you practice in Punjab, then Punjabi भी आपको आनी चाहिए, हरियाणवी भी आनी चाहिए। आप दिल्ली में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं वहाँ पंजाबी हरियाणवी दोनों आनी चाहिए। कंपलसरी नहीं है, अगर आएगा तो पर क्या आपके पास, आप लोगों से कम्युनिकेट कर पाएंगे उनकी भाषा में। जब आपकी क्लाइंट मीटिंग होंगी, क्लाइंट कभी भी आपको सारी बातें नहीं बताता है, आपको उनसे बातें निकलवानी पड़ती है, उनको फील कराना पड़ता है कि अच्छा ठीक है, तो उसको लगेगा कि हमको बात बतानी चाहिए। वरना वो आएगा आपको ऐसी ऐसी बात बताएगा और मेन जो बातें छुपा लेगा। किसी से बात निकलवाना भी एक कला है, दैट इज आर्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। हम लोग बातें कर रहे हैं, आप अपने क्वेश्चन रख पा रहे हो, इसलिए रख पा रहे हो बिकॉज यू आर फीलिंग एट ईज विद मी, दैट इज सिंपल। So firstly, art of communication. Secondly, mastery of the language. And thirdly, ethical practice. किसी ने बोलता लाइजनिंग विद द पुलिस, लाइजनिंग होनी चाहिए बट अनएथिकल वे में नहीं कि आप पैसा दे रहे हो उनको, समझे? एंड ऑलवेज यूज द इजी लैंग्वेज, ज्यादा ग्रामर यूज नहीं करनी है। How to build a solid network if someone is an introvert type? देखिए, जब आप किसी इंटेलेक्चुअल लोगों से मिलते हो, डोंट डू द कन्वर्सेशन ऑफ इधर उधर की, बस आप उनको अपने इंटेलेक्चुअल वे में भी आप उनसे काम बात कर सकते हो। जैसे कि अगर आप आप मेरे से मिलने आए जैसे ऑफिस में या फिर मेरे को कभी कोर्ट में मिलते हैं, देन आई थिंक आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम यू कि आप मेरे से किसी इंपॉर्टेंट प्रेसिंग इश्यूज जो ऑनगोइंग चल रहा है उस पर मेरे से बात करें, ना कि ये बोलेंगे सर गर्मी हो रही है बहुत ज्यादा, है ना, या तो सर हमको आज प्यास बहुत लग रही है, पानी पीना है। These are the very irrelevant things. अगर आप मेरे पास आएंगे बोलेंगे सर आपने जो केस आर्ग्यू किया है इसमें ना सर जो आप केस कर रहे थे पीएमएलए के उसमें विजय मदन लाल चौधरी का जो जजमेंट था सर उसका पैराग्राफ 42 में जो लाइन थी अगर आप उसको यूज करते सर तो शायद वो आपके काम आ सकता है ना। आपको इंटेलेक्चुअल वे में कन्वर्स करना है इसमें, ऐसे नहीं करना है कि मतलब आप आए और आप पूछ रहे हो सर गर्मी बहुत हो रही है ऐसे, दिस इज नॉट द प्रॉपर वे। एनी क्वेश्चन?
Sir, one more question.
Yes, please.
Sir, so the thing is, sir, there are a lot of students who are looking out for productive internships with lawyers, with very experienced lawyers. But in some cases, what happens is when the students go to intern, especially in firms, when the lawyer is a very experienced and reputed lawyer, they get to meet the advocates maybe thrice or maybe 5 times in the the duration of the entire internship. Let's say the internship is for a month, or maybe the internship is for 2 weeks. So it becomes a situation where they're not assigned any work, let's say. So then in such situations, how do we turn that into a very productive internship, because we're not getting any work,
So
but then
make
we
one-
need to learn. Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, to answer your question, to make your internship fruitful, you need to have a priorly a list of to-do list, like what to do in the internship. कोई भी वकील आपको कुछ नहीं सिखाएगा स्टार्टिंग में जाके, उस पर टाइम नहीं है कि वो आपको उंगली पकड़ के सिखाए कि ऐसे करना है वैसे करना है। आपको पहले से आपकी यू मस्ट हैव अ प्रॉपर लिस्ट प्रायरली to joining the internship. Like firstly, I'm giving an example of a to-do list you can make. First, to visit the chamber and see how the chamber works. Secondly, I will read the 2 case files daily. Thirdly, I will see the mostly sections which are used in the cases. So these type of to-do list you should make before joining the any chamber or any offices, because कोई वकील आपको कुछ नहीं सिखाने वाला है। आप जाइए वहां पे और वहां जाने के बाद आप देखिए कि कैसे क्या होता है। आप एक लिस्ट बनाइए कि पहला हम वहां जाके 5 केस फाइल पढ़ेंगे, उसमें देखेंगे 5 सेक्शंस कौन से मेजरली सेक्शंस हैं जो सारी फाइल्स में कॉमन है। पहले 511 होता था आईपीसी का अटेम्प्ट वाला, वो सब में लगाते थे। रेप के सेक्शन में कौन कौन सेक्शंस क्लब्स होते हैं, मर्डर के सेक्शन में कौन कौन सेक्शन क्लब होते हैं, डाइवोर्स के सेक्शन में कौन कौन से क्वेश्चन लगाए जाते हैं। आप देखोगे कि देयर इज अ चेन, देयर इज अ ट्रेल ऑफ सेक्शंस।
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
One section, there are set of sections. तो आपको लोगे तो बहुत इजी है, यही लगाते हैं सारी फाइल्स में, वही लगे मिलेंगे आपको सारी फाइल्स में। देयर इज नो वंडर रिगार्डिंग इट। So you can make a to-do list prior joining to any internship. Okay.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. I got it.
Okay, and the last question anyone want to ask? Actually, I'm getting late. I have a conference from 2:15. Okay, thank you so much. Actually, I'm also writing my mail ID and LinkedIn. If you have any question, you can mail me.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable insights.
Thanks, Akshay. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I have okay.
Thank
My
you so
LinkedIn
much,
ID
sir, for
is
sharing your such a.
advocate. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insight and practical guidance.
Please share my LinkedIn ID to also all of them. If they want to, if they have any question, they can
Yes,
ask me.
sir, sure.
Or the mail
Yes, I
ID.
will.
Okay, thank you so much. Namaskar.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hi, Vidhi. When will we get the certificate of participation?
I am sharing the form with you all, guys. You have to fill this for certificate. I'm sharing within a 1 second. I shared form with you all, guys. For e-certificate, you have to fill this, and on the basis of your name and your feedback certificate, we are going to provide you with the e-certificates. Thank you.
Thank you.